Hey everybody, I'm back for video 29. Oh my gosh, I've almost made it a month. I can't believe it. I just hit 100 subscribers last night. It was so exciting. My cats were wondering what I was doing when I was screaming like, I got it to 100. And yeah, I'm a weirdo, so they understand me. So anyway, my name is Samantha and I'm a therapist, and I am wanting to help people learn how to control their monkey minds and, just start feeling better and live the life that they really want to live. And I love to help people change their self-concept and just change the way that they think in general to help them just feel better in general, really. So today I didn't really have a plan at all. I was just like, let's just get on here and, thank everybody, first of all, for subscribing and liking and sharing and everything that's going on behind the scenes. It's so cool. And because I have the meditation that's behind me, because I have those on my channel, my watch hours are shooting up as well really fast. So I think I'm at 107 subscribers as we currently are filming this. So thank you all so much. I so appreciate you all and your comments and everything. And I'm doing a video a day for a whole year. And, I've told people I'm doing this, and I don't think they really believe me that I really am. But by the end of the year, by the end of, the full year, which will be next year, I'll have 365 videos uploaded, plus meditations. So I'll show them. So anyway, thank you all again for the comments and for the everything, the love and the attention. I appreciate it so much. And I'll do my best to keep helping people. And I really love to just talk about the self, like how important it is to believe in yourself. That's kind of something that came to me a minute ago, was just to tell you, I was just going to do a short video today, but just to tell you how amazing you are and how you may not believe that about yourself, but start believing it. You've got to, because no one else is going to believe in you if you don't. So you got to start changing your thoughts around to know that you're amazing and you're powerful and you can do anything that you want to do. You can create anything you want to create. It all starts in your mind, and you get what you believe, you get what you think about, you get what you expect. So start expecting better for yourself. You deserve everything in the world that you want. The world has probably taught you the opposite of that. And I've seen it in my life and my clients' lives and my friends' lives and my family's lives. You can see what's underneath their mask they're wearing. And it's just, there's pain and sadness and someone that's just not wanting to actually be their true self. And so part of me wanting to come on here was also just for me to finally shine my light. I think I would shine it in my sessions with people, which would be very private, obviously, confidential. So, but I would be able to share my gifts in those sessions. And then I felt like I couldn't really share them in real life much, except with like a partner or a family member or a friend or something, but it's just not the same. So I wanted to come on YouTube to find my own, soul tribe. So, and I think I'm building a pretty cool one. So I'm really enjoying it. And, but it wouldn't have happened had I not have just believed that I could even do it, first of all, and to put my crazy self out there. Cause I'm not the most normal of people, I guess. I'm a little weird in some areas, but I love that about myself. And I've learned to love every part of myself because it's me, and I get to choose how I feel about myself. And I want you to know that you get to choose how you feel about yourself. You do not have to think the same way that you've always thought at all. You can change at any moment. You can decide to change. And it's all about deciding who you're going to be. Who do you want to be? And what would that person think, act, believe, how would they dress? What would they think about all day long? And our thoughts have to change if we want our life to change. So it just requires you to really start, knowing that you can have anything you want and start saying that. I started affirming that. That was something I say. I always get what I want. And I really do always get what I want. Eventually, I do. I always have. And there was just something in me that I didn't know I was doing that on purpose at all, but I just always knew that I would get what I wanted in the end. Whether it took, 5 minutes or 5 years, I knew I would get it. And so I'm kind of spoiled in that way, I guess. Like I just decided like, that's me. And you get to decide who you are and what you believe. On my wall, I've talked about this before. It says on a note card, I really love index cards. So you should get some and make some notes and put them up as reminders to keep yourself in check, because you will forget. But it says create knowings with no evidence. And so I started affirming that actually this year. I think it was this year. And I just decided that I'm going to just decide something and it's going to happen. And when I started doing that, things started shifting, and it was super cool. And so you have to ignore your senses. You have to ignore everything. I highly encourage you to ignore everything that you believe right now, especially if it's about yourself. Because if it's about yourself, you're probably not believing the best. And so this will shift you out of your depressed state. This will shift you out of your anxiety state, whatever state you're in. We've got to shift to another state. And you can do that with, like, at the snap of a finger, literally. You can just decide to do that. And nobody teaches this, but we can. And that's what all, like, therapy techniques really are. Grounding exercises, try this, all these techniques. They're just to get you out of the state that you were just in and put you in another state. So, but I also like to do identity work. Who am I? Who am I wanting to be? Who am I deciding to be at every second of the day? And then from there, your thoughts naturally shift and your beliefs naturally shift. It's almost like not a lot of work has to be done. The only work that I think has to be done is just you deciding and sticking with it and not changing your mind, knowing that you can do everything. And what if you could start believing like that? What if you can do everything you want to do and be everything you want to be? Because I started noticing, all these people had this and this and this. And I was like, well, why can't I do that too? And the truth is you can. Anything that you see anybody else with, you can have too. It's created instantly. Vibrationally, it is in the quantum field, which we'll get into later. Maybe. I don't know. That, again, I might go off into the weeds like I always do. But the truth of the matter is the way you feel about yourself and the way you think about yourself is everything. And you can change that in your mind at any point. And I just want to drill this into our heads that we are important. We are great enough just because we exist. You have to remember that. You wouldn't be here if you didn't have a purpose, and you wouldn't be here if you didn't have some sort of passion that can drive you into feeling excited every day to live every day, like excited and passionate. Those are two words that I love to use. And when I mention them, it's almost like a deer in the headlights. People don't even know what those words mean anymore. And that's what I want to teach people is, like, we've got to get back to our passion and excitement, even over a cup of coffee. I train myself to be excited to get up in the morning, to get to my coffee, to get to my workout every day. I work out 7 days a week, really. But Sundays I take a little bit off, but I'm still doing like 30 minutes of a walk. So I move every day, work out, weights, yoga, all of the stuff. I stay hydrated. I do the things that just keep me going, make me, happy. I get enough sleep every night. I put myself first. Basically, I prioritize myself. And that's something to start thinking about. Are you prioritizing yourself properly? And in what areas are you lacking in that? Because the more you prioritize yourself, the more your identity will shift, and you'll start to actually live from that identity, and you'll have thoughts, behaviors, actions, and then your circumstances will change because you change your identity. So start thinking like a person that is valuable. What if you don't feel like you're valuable right now? We got to change that. You have to literally tell yourself, no, I am this now. I am valuable now. If I thought I wasn't valuable 2 seconds ago, now I do. This is my identity now. I am valuable. And you start programming that into your mind. Put it on note cards. Put it around your house. Remind yourself, no, I am valuable. I actually am. Because the reason why you don't feel valuable is because somebody told you weren't. Or somebody did something to you and you made meaning of it and you internalized that. You didn't know that you did it probably when you were a child, or even just last year you might have done that, where you just assign a meaning to something and it says that it is about you when it's not. It's not, it's just a meaning you assigned that didn't even mean anything. It just was automatic. So now we've got to just unbury all the, the pain and that was pushed on you, that oppressed you, and come back to yourself, who you truly are. I think a lot of us don't know who we truly are because we've been buried by crap. There's no other word to use other than crap. It's all lies. It wasn't real. And now you get to decide what's real for you and what's not. So remember those things. Put up your note cards. I love the create knowings with no evidence. I love that. And I have on my wall too, my mind generates millions. I like that. That sounds cool. Or my wealth increases every single day. Something like that. Or my income increases every single day. Or my abundance increases every single day. Think from an abundant mind versus a scarcity mind. Because I bet you most of the time you're in fear and scarcity land. And we want to get to abundant land, because that is where we truly live. We just aren't noticing it enough. So we'll get into more of abundance thinking maybe tomorrow or something. I don't know. But this was kind of on the fly more today. But yes, start remembering who you are. Remembering the F who you are, because that's who you really are. You're not this person that is depressed or anxious or has a low self-esteem or all of those things. That's not really who you truly are. That's just like the you that was created from other people's stuff. We got to throw that baggage out of the way. It's garbage. You can throw it away. I give you permission. And from right now forward, you're going to identify as a person of value. You are valuable, you are important, you are powerful, and you are everything. You need nothing because you are everything. Remember that too. I came across that one this year from somewhere. I don't know where I heard it, but it was like, you need nothing because you are everything. I love that. So write that down. Like, write these things down so you remember them, because you don't need to keep watching videos unless you want to. You can just write this stuff down and program it in your mind, and pretty soon you'll start actually believing it, because it took me a long time to do it, and I finally became that, and that's why I'm so adamant about teaching this, because you can do this for yourself, and you deserve everything, and you are everything, and you are awesome. And I love you all for listening. Thank you so much. I'll be back tomorrow, and you guys have a wonderful day or evening or whatever time it is, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.